Hi, I'm Tom Jones, and welcome to another free art lesson. I want to take a moment for you and show you how to create a misty sky. I get a lot of requests for this, and I just traveled to the Southwest where we had some beautiful weather with canyons and mountains, and we had these beautiful misty skies. So I want to show you how you can create this in a painting. I'm going to take a large brush, a 1.5-inch flat brush. I'm going to mix up some ultramarine blue deep and some hooker green deep. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a mixture that gives me a smoky sort of look. Not green, not really blue. You'll get to see it happen in my palette. So watch this. I've got some color out. I've got ultramarine blue deep, and then I've got some hooker green deep. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to add water to it and get sort of a smoky look to it. Again, not too blue and not too green. Then I'm simply going to come over to my paper and I'm going to lay in some of that color like so. And I want to pull some of that color down with my brush. And then I'm going to take a little bit of a dot bottle or spray bottle, and I'm going to, right at the edge of where the water meets the edge of the paper, I'm just going to add a little touch of water. What I'm doing is I'm breaking up this man-made shape or look where I have straight lines and so forth. Then I'm simply going to take some tissue, regular tissue, and I'm simply going to pick up and pull down some of this area of color. Now I'm going to come back, I'm going to take, again, my brush. Keep in mind, this is wet over here. I'm going to pick up my brush and add a little bit more color, and I want to get just a little darker here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay in this color and see what's happening now. I'm getting a little darker look in some areas. Come back again with that spray bottle and just sort of loosen up the edges just a little bit. I want maybe a little more color down on this side and maybe a little less over here. So we'll take, again, another tissue and we'll simply just pick up. Now this won't work with a paper towel, so that's why I'm using tissues now, because it's more delicate and I can pick up some of this color. I can move the color around easily with the tissue. Again, just loosen up some of that area. And then I'm going to put in for you, I'm going to put in a little bit of a mountain. I want to show you how I do this. Using the same brush and the same color I did for the sky, I'm going to come in and I'm going to start my mountain over here. And then I'm going to pull that color down into an area that's dry and continue with that particular mountain area. So what I've done is I just continued on. Now watch me pull that color down a little bit with my brush on the edge of the mountain. Can you see the mountain happening here? You'll notice that it disappears into the mist up here, a little lighter down here. Take this dot bottle again, come along the edge of this particular mountain and pull some of that color down. We want to have a little more of this color coming down in this area because I've got a little surprise for you in another little episode here. So I'm going to pull this down for you so we have this area of the mountain. Again, let me get a little darker, a little more blue and a little bit more green. Now, how do I get darker? You get darker by adding more color and less water. When you're doing a oil painting, as you know, we use white to lighten. In watercolor, we use water to lighten. So if you want your colors lighter, it's more water, less paint. If you want them darker, just the opposite. More paint, less water. Very simple. Again, let's take this particular little dot bottle and we're just loosening some of that edge of the mountain just to get rid of that man-made look. Okay, so we just take a little bit of our tissue and we just kind of pick up a little bit that helps create that little misty look in this particular mountain. Not too many strokes with that tissue. You don't want to pick up all the color. But notice now how we have that mist in the area up here and we have the mist in the area down here at the mountain. I hope you've enjoyed this little exercise. This is a very simple way of creating mist. If you want to create a little bit more area of mist, you can always come in with a tissue and experiment. But I would suggest to you that you experiment by doing this several times. Then practice with it before you do it in an actual painting, and you'll have good success with it. Remember, it's important to add some atmosphere what I call the effects of weather in your painting, because it will tell more of a story rather than just always painting a painting that just has front lighting in pure daylight. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I also want to mention that we're here in Raleigh, North Carolina at Art of the Carolinas. This is a huge artist event. Every year, this is our 10th year doing this, at Jerry's Artorama, we have a huge trade show. We have famous artists from around the world as teachers teaching workshops here for you. We have a lot of students from around the world who come, and we enjoy about 4 days here of a lot of fun, a lot of art, and we have a huge trade show where they have a lot of great pricing on art supplies. Come join us next year. You'll have a lot of fun here in Raleigh, North Carolina at Art of the Carolinas. Remember, Jerry's Artorama puts this on every single year for you. Come have fun with this. Thank you for joining me.